I live by the principle of always be hungry to learn. Right? Because I think when you get to a stage where you think you know it all, then there's no area of improvement. And when there's no area of improvement, then are you really living?
99 FM, your inspiration station. Well, it's that time to give you your Royal Hustlers, and you know me, I love myself some Royal Hustlers. Today we are in the company of Hilaria Graig, an extensive career in public relations, communications, and is highly skilled, specialized with areas including brand strategy, media relations, corporate social investment, events management, advertising, and much more. Her career has spanned a variety of corporate fields such as central banking, local government, public enterprise, and insurance industry. She is the manager, corporate communications and stakeholder management at Motor Vehicle Accident Fund, that is the MVA. She joins us in studio this morning just to tell us a little bit where it all started. Good morning, Hilaria.
Good morning, Mooks, and very good morning to all the listeners.
How are you this morning?
I am well. Very well.
Are you a morning person?
Am I? Yeah. I think probably not originally, but life, school, kids force you to be a morning person. Yeah. So I am a morning person.
Tell us a little bit about your childhood and how that contributed to the person you are today.
Oh, wow. My childhood, I had, I guess, a very interesting, exciting one even. I was born in exile. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Somebody once told me that they thought exile is an actual place. But so I was born in Havana, Cuba.
Okay.
Obviously because of the relations between Namibia and Cuba at that time.
Yes.
I was born in the 80s, so I'm a child of the liberation struggle. Sort of my formative years were really all over the place, but I eventually ended up in Zambia, in Lusaka, with my grandmother, my paternal grandmother. And then I came into Namibia in 1989, as Namibia was now becoming an independent country. Moved to the north because I think when you grow up in those circumstances, you kind of speak a little bit of everything and nothing really. So thrown deep into Odibo, I started my primary school education at St. Mary in Odibo, and then learned Oshiwambo. Very quickly forgot everything else. And then I went to the famous People's Primary School. That's really where it all began for me. Went to People's Primary School, and then later on, as life got better, I guess, moved then to other schools. Finished my primary education at Emma Ogenel Primary, went to Delta, finished my secondary education at Karibe Private School. Yes, so that's really where the molding into this person that I am really started.
What a journey. Can you tell us what are some of the things that keep you grounded and motivated in life?
I think the things that keep me grounded is my family. I consider myself a family person. My immediate and extended family. So I come from a very large family, and I have a strong desire to build a successful family. For me, yes. So for me, success is having happy, healthy, well-rounded human beings that I'm raising together with my husband. But so those are sort of the things that keep my feet on the ground. I'm also raised. I grew up with a religious upbringing, and so I remain comfortable and confident in my faith, and it keeps me going.
Keeps you going.
Yes.
Speaking about building a successful family, I know a little bit of that. I got two boys and a beautiful wife, and I know it's not easy. How do you maintain a positive work and life balance outside of work and business?
I think when you start having children and your career is also taking off, I think those things kind of happen at the same time. But I think for me, what is most important is to remember that when I'm at work, I'm at work. right? And that when whatever it is that I do, whatever it is that I'm putting my name on, needs to be the absolute best, and I need to give my best when I'm at work, and so I do the same also for when I'm at home, right? I think oftentimes, especially when work can be so demanding, sometimes we often say, well, something's got to give, something's got to suffer, and oftentimes that's the family. But I try to be as present at work as I am at home. I try to be as present at home as I am at work, and say that I am not going to sacrifice my children, their well-being. So I avail myself. So at home, I have a routine. I think, children strive on routine, households strive on routine. So if everybody knows it's 7 o'clock, it's dinner time, it's 5:30, it's, we're collecting kids, we're doing homework. Kids love routine, and they love it because of the predictability of routine. So they understand from this time we're doing this, from this time we're doing this, and there's a little bit of consistency. So then that's how I do it. But then we always doing a lot. So I'm also studying, and you have to find a way. But you also need to be flexible at the same time, understanding that with your routine and with all of these things, you cannot be too rigid, right? Sometimes work will creep in to the home life, and sometimes home will creep into the work life. You have to find a way to balance those things and make it work for yourself in such a way that none of those things suffer. Because when your family is suffering, that's a problem. But when your work is suffering, that's a problem, because often when your work is suffering, your family will suffer, because this is what helps put bread and butter on the table. 100%, right? 100%. So, yeah.
Beautiful, man. This one is going to suffer. This one is going to suffer. So find a way to make it work without any of them suffering. Hilaria, before I let you go, is there any leadership and business advice you would like to share with our listeners this morning?
I think for me is, in terms of business advice, I think I live by the principle of always be hungry to learn. Right? Because I think when you get to a stage where you think you know it all, then there's no area of improvement. And when there's no area of improvement, then are you really living? Right? And I think for those of us in the corporate world, as you were talking about, how my career has transcended through the different fields that I've worked from, is there's always something to learn from who you are working with directly, from those who are either reporting to you, from those who you are reporting to. There is always something to learn. And if you're not learning, you're not growing. If you're not growing, you're not living. And what is worse than being alive but being dead? Right? So
too much.
Be willing to learn.
You came to cook us this morning. Our plates are out. Our plates are out.
I think when you're willing to learn and learn as much as possible. I always say that if you are going to steal, not that I'm an advocate for stealing, if you're going to steal with your eyes. And that really just means watch and learn.
Watch and learn.
Yes.
Ooh. Hilaria, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to speak to us.
It is my absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. And there you have it. If you're going to steal, make sure you're stealing with your eyes.